I put together a couple videos on the 67 to 72 Chevy pickups. I know there's a lot of information out there, but a lot of it skips pretty important steps. I know that before I started doing this, I looked at a lot of the forum pages and looked at a lot of YouTube videos, and the videos primarily skip a lot of steps, and if you're not careful reading through the forum posts, you can miss things. So anyway, I finished up one side, as you can tell. I put a whole new high hump floor pan in it. I did pillars all the way around, and I did the cab corner, the front pillar, then the back pillar. I've seen a lot of people skip this step, but it's really critical that you make sure you put the back pillar in there, because it supports the bottom of your outer rocker, and it ties in with your floor pan. And all that is just a straight piece that comes down. It's got a similar shape as the cab corner itself, but anyway, I've seen a lot of people skip that step. And essentially the order that you do this in is, if you're going to do the floor, which if you have significant problems on the bottom, like your cab supports and the pieces that come out from the rail to the edge of the cab and tie in with these pillars, odds are if your pillars have rusted out, you got a lot of problems in those support brackets too. And for around 500 bucks, you can get a floor pan, and they come pretty thick. It's at least 18 gauge. It might be a little bit thicker, I can't remember, but anyway, they're stout. And they've got all your holes pre-drilled, threaded, all that sort of thing. I will note, if you have a high hump or you want a high hump, I would recommend getting the regular floor pan, and you can buy the high hump piece itself from a parts, anybody who's got old parts, or somebody on Craigslist, or just make your own, because I found that the high hump stamp, where it comes with your inner rocker, and where it comes down and makes a channel for your outer rocker. Basically, your outer rocker, this lip right here, it sits on top of that channel, which is made of your inner rocker. And there's a bunch of spot welds down onto that channel. And what I found is that channel actually sits about 3/8 inches too high. I measured 3 or 4 factory cabs that had never been touched. Oh, here you go, right here. So I ended up cutting out the inner rocker, and hopefully you can see that, but there's a little channel right there, and essentially the outer rocker sits inside, or the inner rocker sits inside